Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Green Zero back here with another Command & Conquer 3 Kane throughout the video commentary, doing my best to try to bring you a video whenever I can. But as you can tell by this footage here, we are on the map Tiki Turmoil. And we have a game here for you today between two very, very good players. Some of the best in the business. On the top north side of Tiki Turmoil, we have Shoktrepet playing as a Scrin faction. And who we're playing, Futurama Russian on the south side, playing as a GDI faction. It is a random mirror, so we're going to see field suits, which means it's Zocom for Futurama. And we can see advanced articulator, so it's Traveler for Shoktrepet. And things are getting started basically straight away because we have a double portal stasis opening, which means we're going to see some fast legs here. Futurama is, of course, going to secure his spikes. He hasn't gone for a middle tower. Shoktrepet possibly doing that. He's been spotted on the left flank, but probably not going to be expecting there to be... This is the thing, he's gone really heavy on this, and I actually wanted to do more of an intro into this game, but it's just taken off straight away that we're going to have to just concentrate on what's happening here. So Futurama knows of the left flank, and he made tunnel vision towards it because he didn't spot the right flank, and there's actually another assimilator there. Not sure if that was supposed to go to the middle, and no, he's probably just trying to take the enemy spike. There is a squad there, so he will get a heads up. This is very important, otherwise this is going to be a very quick game if he gets jumped by those. We have the APC with the rifleman squad here. He's actually going to turn around. He is spotted on the right flank. There is a... Look at that nice stopping there, stealthing, ensuring that there's no way that Futurama can snipe that down. He will take the second spike. Now, he has forced out an APC... what do you call it? Rifleman. Actually, only just building the second harvester. Is that on point? It's been have I been away from the game for a little too long? Only a couple of weeks, but nonetheless, he is going to defend this off pretty well. He's actually going to try to focus down the power plant. He is going to get the power plant, and no power micro. Actually sells the watchtower off. Might have been better to power micro that because he's going to come in. Oh my god, he doesn't have machine guns on his harvesters either. Oh, he's got power problems. He needs to get the power back up and running right now. He's probably going to lose a harvester, but oh my god, Shoktrepet did switch targets. Doesn't matter. He's going to get a kill. Oh, that was messy for Futurama. Futurama made a bit of a mess of that defense. I think he probably could have not lost a harvester, but I mean, Shoktrepet pressured him hard. Shoktrepet went in hard, and he's going to have another tower ready, and I think he should probably just back out of there. No, he's going to send his units in. He can't hope to do anything more aside from kill these rifleman squads, which he's not even going to do, which means he should be able to send out two more scouts here. One more buzzer swarm there, but he's going to walk straight. No, he does get away. This is important that Shoktrepet remains or has a presence on the map down here for scouting purposes, because if we look back at home, he's just produced his third harvester, but a third harvester comes out for Futurama. That's not too bad. You got to remember, he wants to hold this spike for at least 50 seconds, which he almost certainly has held for 50 seconds now, but you can see that Futurama is not going to allow that. He's going to go back out, and he's going to recapture that early on. If it's a long game, that'll be very important, but in the short term, probably going to benefit Shoktrepet a little bit there. Second ref is on its way, but I think, look at this, he actually sold his warp sphere. Oh my god, he sold his warp sphere to get down yet another harvest. He's going to go for the blue Tiberium, so he's trying to get his economy back out as quick as possible. I think he's going to go for another portal. I think he's going to go for portal harass here. He's going to get caught out on the right-hand side flank. Battle markers over here. That squad is cleaned up by the buzzer swarm there. You can see just resting on. It's so difficult to see buzzers on the Tiberium field unless you have the health bars on. Oh my god, is he going to lose that squad? Not quite. Standing on Tiberium is very bad for your health. But anyway, still trying to work on the intro for the video. But look at this. He's actually going to go for both spikes. All right, he's going to take that spike. I'm pretty sure, yeah, he just recaptured his bottom spike. He's going to take both spikes here. And again, I'm blocked from saying what's happening in the tournament. Not a lot. No, tournament in the community. Not a lot of tournaments happening, or nothing notable happening at all. He's got double portal, double assimilate. He's going to take the back. This is crazy. Both sides pushing hard. He's going to find this APC, but it doesn't have a rifle squad. I don't think Futurama was expecting that. He gets sniped down straight away, and he's going to lose that. Oh my god. He hasn't held that for long enough to make it worth his while. I mean, he's on 5 and 2. He's going for AP ammo now, which is good. He needs it pretty early on because I guess he's figured obviously there is going to be a double portal. But again, no warp sphere for Shoktrepet, and he's bringing in blue tib. We know he sent a harvester there, so one of these harvesters docking right now probably has blue Tiberium. I've actually been watching a lot of bike rushes casts recently. Actually, interesting. Oh, where's my phone? It's over there. Interesting watching bike rush casts. It's quite nice. He's very critical, but he's good to watch. It's good that he slowed the screen scroll down because that was pretty crazy. I think a lot of people obviously mention that in the comments. There is an attack happening around here as well. Meanwhile, these APCs are not being controlled properly. They're being overrun. He's going and he's destroying the towers. He's destroying the power plants there by the looks of it. And he will get some sporadic units, but he's not going to get anything more. And this squad here is going. He does have both spikes back. So yeah, this is real. And look at that. He's not going to get away. I think maybe he's trying to go for a mine drop. Maybe he had no money. Futurama, the thing about Futurama is that he's hemorrhaging units here. He's constantly hemorrhaging units, which means he's constantly low on units. Whereas Shoktrepet can afford to expend these disintegrators. There's actually another squad over here. Luckily, I think it's been spotted. I think he's got so many squads. He needs an airfield. He's going double wharf, actually. If he just popped down an airfield and a hammerhead came out, he could very much shut down this type of gameplay. Because the thing about this gameplay, obviously, we can see he's really constricting Futurama. But if Futurama was able to get some air out, he'd be sitting pretty. Still no warp sphere. He's actually gone for a ref on the expansion. So he's gone for tier 2. He's light on the economy. He's going to find this group down here. He's going to lose the APC. He might be able to overrun, yeah. I think he's going to be able to overrun these rifleman squads, maybe just. Oh, it's going to be tight. We're going to keep an eye on those guys. I'm going to say he is just going to overwhelm them, but that's pretty much been diminished. There's 2 more APCs there. He's coming in, finds a tower, doesn't want to get chewed up on towers. It's not, I mean, there's a decent amount there, but again, just has the contain on Futurama Russian, having trouble getting out. Still holds the comm center. No, well, he's got nothing actually in his build queue either. No ref coming down, no airfield coming down. This is great. He gets another APC. Again, hemorrhaging units. There's actually an attack. Oh my god, there's a rig. I did not see this at all. This actually is going to completely take Shoktrepet by surprise. Elmer, he went fast tier 3. What's he building with tier 3? I don't even know what he's building. He's probably going to go for a storm column. It is a storm column behind the extractor. Oh, and there's disintegrators attacking the rig. Oh, that's going to do a lot of damage. Once he focuses down the rig, he can't repair anything, and then this attack's going to be over. He is going to get the rig, so for a second there, it looked like Futurama was actually going to really catch Shoktrepet off guard, but not going to happen. That tech and the storm column comes down. This is probably going to be a try. There was an attack over here. Maybe, no, he was repelled. I was just interested to see if this was going to be a tripod or whether he was going to try to get any more harvesters out, because Shoktrepet, the same as Futurama, he's light on harvesters. He's only got 5 harvesters. He's going back to the blue tib field, just picking that. Not even a full load there. He's really cleaned that up. The disintegrator squad is falling back now, and it will be a tripod coming out. I mean, realistically, he needs to start. Yeah, second ref comes down. There's a real shortage of harvesters from Shoktrepet, and it's okay for the time being. Going to force these APCs to come back. He's probably going to be, oh, look, turns around. So yeah, trying to cut them off. They would have been trapped if they went down there, realistically. Futurama able to secure his blue Tiberium field. He does have a ref down, 4 harvesters there. He's pulled some from his main, so doesn't have a second ref though. Going for Predator tanks. Interesting choice. He is Zocom. You would have thought Ceramic Armor Hammerheads would be on the cards. You would have thought maybe Shoktrepet would have taken these towers by now. He's actually going to destroy the towers. I don't agree with that. He's Traveler. He can easily come in and just take these towers for himself. He has fast assimilators. He could go in and take them, but he's actually going to destroy them. So, or he's going to destroy at least that one there. But again, there's plenty of map control from Shoktrepet to come in and take the area. He's actually going for a hexapod now, so this will slow things down for him. This will undoubtedly slow things down. He's got no aggression on Futurama's side of the map. These disintegrators came all the way back to their main base. Futurama just fanning some units out, so things will slow down a bit. Now, this is probably okay for Futurama because, you know, he's going to be able to steady. Yeah, he's going to have to deal with the hexapod soon, but I mean, he's still going to have to, you know, have some support for that hexapod, get some corruptors out, get things going. Again, Shoktrepet does not have that many armor. He's actually got 6 harvesters here now, so he must have built some more. So things are starting to look up. He's trying to put down more of his tech structures now. Tier 1.5 comes out, another tripod comes out. Rifleman squad gets overrun there, so still, we do have the double airfield coming down now. Ceramic armor is done, so he's double pumping hammerheads, and he's going for rockets as well. So this is going to be really good. Obviously, can't afford to put zone raiders in them just yet because he doesn't have a tech center. He's actually trying to expand without any tech at all. So he's going to go for this strong air force. Might need EMP grenades to deal with the hexapod, and he's going to go for tier 1s. Now, tier 1 is fine, by the way. Tier 1 is fine. if you can support it. Like Pred APC is actually really good against Traveler, as long as you have like something to back it up with, like some air to back it up with. You can actually run with that. And the thing is, because Traveler's tripods just aren't anywhere near as good as regular Skrins, or let alone Reapers. They're actually pretty easy to deal with. They don't have shields, which means they start taking hull damage straight away, and they can be cleaned up much easier and picked off much easier than the other tripods from the other Skrin factions. So that's why I'm not as concerned about Futurama going this ground army. He doesn't obviously have a lot of ground army, but he's got enough to be annoying. I mean, Shoktrepet's going to have to deal with that at some stage. Ichor Seed being called in. The Hexapod will help secure the third base, but I mean, Futurama is already there. He's got a ref halfway done, so he's actually going to jump ahead in the economy, I think. Just grab a drink. Starting to get warm here now, boys. Australian summer on its way. But Prodigy is out, and it's, oh geez, don't want to just give that Prodigy away. You can push them back and push them around. These Hammerheads almost certainly going to rock up. Here they come now. He might have to teleport forwards. The Prodigy can just teleport just an extreme distance in this game, and that's perfectly fine. I think we're looking at obviously changing the capture again, because CGF didn't do it properly last time, so it's probably going to get fixed up in a later version of 1.02 plus. And also, there is a lot of talk about 1.02 plus, whether it should start to have more drastic changes, and this is something I'm on the fence about. I'm not sure if it's such a good idea to put more drastic changes in, or just quality of life changes. Our Harvester, unfortunately, it's not going to get away unless, oh, he teleports that away, and he will save it. Nice teleport there. So gets the Harvester away, not enough repairs. The tripods are going to go to the top. The Hexapod is just staying down the bottom. So Shoktrepet, the thing about Shoktrepet, he's being very passive now, and this is benefiting Futurama. It's allowing him to stabilize. Surely he knows there's that many hammer hits. Oh my god, he teleported the Prodigy, and so he clearly had no clue that they were there. Shard Launches is done. Thankfully, Shard Launches is done, because if it wasn't done, I mean, the game could have ended if he just decided to go in. He did get a tripod, but he did lose. He lost about, I think, about 3 or so hammerheads there. So, I mean, they have Stramakarma, so they can take a little bit of punishment, but it doesn't really matter that much. Shard Launch is just so blindingly powerful. Those tripods are pretty badly damaged. He could just go in there and take that. He's going to need like a Storm Drop or something behind there. I think, yeah, Shoktrepet's pulling back a little bit. But again, Shoktrepet has all of a sudden become very passive. We'll find a Harvester there, actually shooting from the high ground. Oh, he's just going to get it too, so cutting off Blue Tiberium. Then, of course, the Harvester dies with Blue Tiberium, and it only drops a tiny green crystal in return. Futurama also being a little bit passive with his Hammerheads. He brought them all the way back to base. He's got a lot of these. A lot of them are garrisoned as well. A lot of rocket heads here, so I mean, that's going to be pretty powerful. Stormlighters probably won't be able to contest too much with them, because they're in such high number that the rocket squads will be able to just destroy them. I don't think he's going to go for storms. He's got shards already done. He's got some storm columns here, which are really, really nasty. He's actually repaired those tripods, or no, he pulled the damaged ones back. He's still building more tripods, got the Prodigy back out. He's putting his air defense. I like the air defense here on the very outskirts of the base, because it prevents the Hammerheads. The Hammerheads have to sit back, way back here. They can't actually get close to the base or anything like that, let alone get into the base. See, when you put a turret there, you're really covering areas of the map that can't actually get attacked. He could have put that inwards a little bit more, but again, it's all about placement. You can maximize your efficiency. He's put a lot of turrets down, though. He's not taken any chances. I mean, Futurama can absolutely... He cannot go in there. He cannot go in there. Shards will obliterate these Hammerheads. This Hammerhead force is insanely powerful, by the way, like, away from Shards, but... Yeah, I think Futurama has been a little bit too passive with them, but Shoktrepet's been passive as well. And here we go, just sending the Hexapod out by itself. This is the part where the game is probably going to slow down. He's trying to kite. He will get some good shots off there. He could even transition to Zone Raiders. One singular Storm Rider. This could be for a wormhole. Really nasty play there, but he spotted it, maybe? Yeah, I think he has. And that's the end of that Storm Rider. He's not going to be able to see anything worth much value, because, I mean, the tech center is up here. No EMP grenades. Going to find a Predator tank. And Shoktrepet just prepared to let things slow down. In the very late game, I think, obviously, if Traveler puts down like a Rift Generator, then Zocom is in deep trouble. You'd expect the teleportation. The teleportation does come through. Kills a Hammerhead before he gets out of there. But this is the thing. I think he's going to have to go for EMP grenades now. If you've heard me, obviously, on my stream and stuff, I absolutely hate EMP grenades. They're absolute garbage. because they are incredibly slow. They have a huge delay. They miss constantly. A lot of the time you'll order them to throw the grenades and they won't actually throw the grenades. They're just horrendously bad and need some attention. But in this situation, when you're Zocom, it's a little bit different. You don't have juggernauts to protect. You don't have that slow moving armada. You can deploy EMP grenades a little bit more frivolously, I think. Space Command comes down. We have the Marv out as well. Again, Zocom Marv, the most powerful of all Marvs, will actually take a Harvester there on the outskirts. Finds a gap. That's nice. This army just camping, and this is fine. He's camping this blue tib field, so he can take the blue tib. He can power up off the blue tib. No tungsten shell, no upgrades. Doesn't really need tungsten shell, but... And we have all the tier 4 and everything out from both sides. Both sides are now fully developed in this game. So it'll be interesting to see what the next move is going to be. Again, Shoktrepet's just going to send his Hexapod out. I think this is just far too passive from Shoktrepet, especially since he hasn't built like a Rift Generator. I think he's building one now, but I mean... I think Futurama is building one as well. He's building an ion cannon. This is the thing. This is way too... They're both building at the same time. This was way too late from Shoktrepet. If he was going to play this passive and campy, he should have already pumped that out by now because he wasn't getting attacked. I mean, he would have the Rift Generator cool down 2-3 minutes by now. But instead, he's going to be putting it down the same time as the ion cannon. Now, the ion cannon, of course, isn't as good because you can try to get out the way. It's a little bit different to hitting armies and stuff like that. We have sharpshooters coming in as well. I think that might be to deal with the Prodigy. The thing is, if he sends the sniper teams in, he can get a lot of vision on the base. The Prodigy's actually standing way out here, which if the sniper teams come in here, they can easily take that. The Hexapod is over here, but the Hammerheads can easily force the teleport. He's going to teleport even... Oh, look at that. He killed a Harvester with the Zocom Harvester. That's nice. Hexapod's going to come out to meet this. Where the sharpshooters go? I think they're actually leaving the field of battle. I think the sharpshooters must be somewhere else. I've got no clue. Did he put them in the... What's he done with them? And look at that. The iron cannon comes down 3 seconds quicker than the Rift Generator. Oh, man. Shoktrepet just... He has just whiffed his opportunity to get that. I mean, it doesn't really matter in terms of he's going to have his at the same time, but he could have already had his way, way earlier. And a Rift Generator on these Hammerheads... See you later, Hammerheads. Oh my god. Wow. Wow, so he's played horrendously passive and then he just throws his Hexapod away. That's really bad. Actually, did he lose his Prodigy? I think wherever the sharpshooters were, yeah, he sniped the Prodigy down. He didn't quite have enough for the phase either. Oh my god, he must have lost it. We must have missed the sharpshooters must be somewhere. I'm pretty sure it was here. Oh, here we go. The sharpshooter, they must have gone in, sniped him down. So that was actually Futurama being a legend. He could have phased, but obviously he didn't have the money for it, and he obviously lost the Prodigy as he was trying to use it. So that would have caused momentary confusion there for Shoktrepet. But now he's in deep trouble because this attack is coming in here. You can see the Hammerheads meandering. That's a wicked shockwave, by the way. Unfortunately, that Temporal is causing him some problems here. No shard launchers in range. We have shard launchers now. They're coming in and firing on these units. The Marv is actually just about dead. There's actually quite a lot of tripods here. So unfortunately the Marv is going to die. There's just way too much muscle here for Shoktrepet, which is really weird because he's Traveler. And the Hammerheads, again, the Hammerheads just backed off really early. They're just way back in this corner here. So actually, yeah, he's actually got multiple drone ships, I believe. Yeah, he's got 2 drone ships. 2 drone ships are out, so he's going double drone against this. So that actually didn't turn out too bad for him. So Futurama now is almost back to square one on his force. He still has the Hammerheads, but they just had almost no impact in that fight because he went in and he just left straight away. But yeah, jumping back to the Prodigy snipe. Obviously there was a Prodigy snipe, and I think he just... No, he's got his sharpshooters, because for a moment his sharpshooters are up here. I thought he was maybe just Q moving in. Takes the rifle squad, probably because they were trying to destroy that husk which he just captured. Got a few corruptors trying to heal up these tripods. Battle marker over there. It's just a harvester. Futurama, of course, is harvesting. He is keeping this blue field dry, and he's somewhat taking this blue field as well. Going to be moving the drone ship there for Shoktrepet. Going to send that rifleman squad forward. Just force the kill. Futurama's in so much trouble now. I mean, he's got his Hammerhead force, but what can he do against double shard? I mean, the thing about hammerheads is they're absolutely fantastic. Look at that. He mind controls the harvester, teleports it into his tripods, and then force attacks it. Oh my god, this is really bad. He's going to get that as well. He's going to lose a hammerhead or two. He's going to lose like 2 hammerheads, but that's 100% worth it. I mean, that completely stalls the push because this army can't go anywhere without shard protection. There's just simply no anti-air answer. I mean, if he had he could even go a bunch of planetary assault carriers, really, but I mean, he's obviously invested his tech into this. He's actually rebuilding, I think. No, he sold, oh my god, he sold his tech center. That's interesting. Okay, he's actually sold off his tech center here. Probably doesn't even need some of these storm columns anymore. Oh, what's going on here? Hammerheads are going in. Wait, what's he doing? What is Shoktrepet doing? Oh my god. Oh, there's actually zone raiders in some of these hammerheads now. He's just being murdered there. That's highly questionable. I mean, he knows that's there, and he moved outside of his shard range, and he just lost about a third of his army. Was just lost for absolutely no gain. That was absolutely perplexing move from Shoktrepet. It's almost if he's like, I have too much army here, have some of it. Oh man, I don't know what he was thinking there. I mean, that's the thing. He's doing the right thing here, where it's just like leapfrogging with shards. I mean, he should have does he not have a shard launcher queued? Oh my god. Oh, he didn't have one queued. Oh my god. Oh, that's so bad. What's the Prodigy doing there? The Prodigy... If Bicrush was cast in this game, Bicrush would be absolutely losing his mind. He'd have a blood nose right now. Because I can't... Someone of Shoktrepet's caliber... And the thing is, it's not all right. He stuffed up once or twice, but he's just constantly making these stuff. You can't stuff up so badly, so much. It's perplexing. He's going to do it again. He's only got 1 drone ship now, and he's going to go with his only drone ship, which doesn't have a gravity stabilizer. You can just see what's going to happen here. You can just... I mean, if he's lost 2 drones, he could have already been mining off this base. He could have destroyed everything here and moved. And the space command's there as well, by the way. It's sort of important. It's expensive structure. You can't really rebuild that this late. Because look at the map. There's no Tiberium on the map anywhere. There's like a tiny bit down here. And obviously there's from the asteroid here, which he's not actually mining effectively. He's got harvesters sort of meandering. In situations like this, you should check to see what your harvesters are up to and where the tib is and if you can do something about it. But he is crawling forward with now his only drone ship. He does not have a gravity stabilizer. I mean, obviously Futurama doesn't know this, but if he did, he might just suicide for it. And then he's basically won because there's nothing he'll be able to do about it because he doesn't have a warp sphere either. He's got a portal. He would be on portal tech. I mean, he could build shock troopers, but... And here comes the shockwave. I think he's just going to take this out. The shockwave does get the plasma missile battery, and he's sort of cautious. You can tell that Futurama's cautious. I don't think he realizes how good of a position he's in there. He could have definitely gone in. There was only 1 shard launcher at the back there, but again, there's no way he could have known that there wasn't ready or more ready to drop. Futurama's expecting Shoktrepet to respond in a more professional manner. And I mean, the rift generator is going to be done in 50 seconds. There is a Marv here. If he gets his Prodigy back there, he can definitely just teleport in. He still has his Prodigy, which he cannot rebuild, by the way, if that dies. He's putting so many plasma missile batteries down here. I think he might need to think about putting plasma missile batteries up here because the Marv is here. He teleports in the tripod. He needs to move his oh, the hammerheads see it. Is he going to move? He is going to move. All right, he's going to move back through the shard defenses here. Is he going to keep moving back? Yeah, I think he needs to keep... Oh, he gets the re-EMP off, and he's going to have to move into range of 1 shard launch. The problem is there's no other shard launchers in range. Oh my god, all this infrastructure is bare dry, by the way. The Marv is pretty badly damaged. He's pretty badly damaged. Putting down shards, a little bit late for that now. Iron Cannon is ready. Rift Generator is ready. Oh my god, we got to keep an eye on where these are going. He's splitting... Yeah, look at this. He's sending everything up to the top of the map, and he's splitting it up into 2 groups because he knows he's going to get hit. Now, this actually is a good zoning tool from Shoktrepet here, and he's got sniper teams running through the base. I'm so desperately trying to keep a hold of everything here. Mind controls the sniper teams, doesn't get a teleport off. Doesn't get it. Oh, no. Oh my god. The sniper teams are there. He's being shot at by these riflemen. Oh my god. He needs to get out of there. He does get the buzz storm. He gets all the sniper teams. That's critical. That's critical. He needs to get away from the rifles there. keeping a tight eye on those super weapons, neither side ready to use them. And I mean, it's a situation where you're probably going to be able to use it once, and then the game's going to end. At least in this particular game. In a regular game, maybe not, but in this game, they probably realize that once they fire these, the game probably won't last another 7 minutes, or they might not be able to defend out their super weapons for that long. The Marv has actually regained up to 50% of its health, and Shoktrepet has to sell. He's got to sell this stuff off. He still hasn't progressed to the bottom of the map, and Futurama has just harvested everything there. He's taken everything. Futurama is just really causing problems for Shoktrepet. I think Shoktrepet has definitely let this one slide way too far out of his control, and now all this infrastructure is going to go down. That's the thing. I mean, he repaired his Prodigy at least. That's good. Oh my god, I got to keep a tight eye. Oh, there's Rift Generator. Oh, he gets the Hammerheads. But this is only half the Hammerheads. Just remember, it's only half the Hammerheads. The other half are over here. So he's still fine. So obviously that was really good value. Does he think all the Hammerheads are dead? I think he thinks all the Hammerheads are dead. He obviously realizes now that's a mistake, and both these Tribloods are overlapping. He will phase down, so he'll save one of them. And he pushes the Marv back. Oh, maybe not. Marv is just going to keep going forward, I think. Oh man, the Iron Cannon is still ready to fire though. He's actually spamming out rocket squads here as well. He's got compo armor, so he's changed it up. A lot of gun walkers here. But again, Shoktrepet has been stalled. He can't get across the map. He just can't get down here. He should just go down here while the Hammerheads are up there. I think Shoktrepet now feels the one like he's trapped. He's just having such a hard time getting rid of this Marv or pushing it back again. It's repaired itself to the point where it can back out of there. And I think something was destroyed there. I think he's looking for, I was going to say, his Rift Generator. He's kept his Rift Generator. Now, this is the thing, because the Iron Cannon is not being fired, I mean, the Rift Generator is counting down. He didn't sell it, so, I mean, if the game keeps going, he'll obviously get another crack at that Rift Generator, so you think he'd fire his Ion Cannon, even if, like, look at this, he could just plant that in there, and there's his tech and almost all his power grid gone, and it would be definitely worth it, because, I mean, look at Shoktrepet's force. He can't afford to rebuild much. Doesn't have a lot of money. He's got a signal transmitter down. A lot of infantry here. I think he's going to use... Oh my god, that's... Oh, okay, so he uses... the Shardwalkers actually just disappear. They don't even die. Like, they just disappear from my screen. I don't think I've got the most updated version of the patch or anything like that, or the HD model, or made the appropriate setting changes. Marv is now unopposed on the top. The Hammerheads are here. I think Shoktrepet has just given up at this point. He doesn't even have EMP grenades here. All the gun walkers were destroyed. Oh my god, he walks into shard launchers there, and now he has to put down buzzer swarms. Probably going to be able to hold that off, actually. Yeah, not enough infantry there. And look at that, he sold the Iron Cannon. He's like, alright, that's enough of that. He definitely could have used that a bit more effectively. But again, the Marv is here. The Marv is now ranked up, and there's just not enough. And there's a nerve center. He can't put down more shard launchers once that's gone. He's going to have to replace it. It's just money in the bank that Shoktrepet does not have right now. He doesn't have a lot of money, I'd assume. Futurama's got about 3.5. Yeah, he's got a little bit of money, but I mean, how much more can he pump into this economy? The Prodigy is falling back. This area here is going to be destroyed. He might as well just sell these structures here. He's just giving more experience to the Marv, and that's money that he's just... I mean, he's not... You could get money from that. That's like, if he sold both of those, he would have got, you know, what, 4, 5, 6, 700 bucks. I mean, obviously it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you sell a lot of buildings, it adds up. But yeah, now Futurama is just pushing him into this corner here now. Luckily, the Rift Generator is in this base down here. And look at that, he's finally going to refine this Tiberium, which has been sitting here most of the game. So I think Shoktrepet there, just, I don't know if he's just been spaced out for a while. How many Hammerheads do we have left? We only have 4, so, and Raider only took out half. He's now rebuilt them all, so he's just back into a really bad situation. His only real hope here is, again, to try to get the Rift Generator to cool down. He needs to last 3.5 minutes. He needs to take a decisive engagement. I can only imagine the Marv is... it's not actually pushing there. He could push here. The Marv could continue to push these guys back. Futurama, I think, is actually long-range mining. Yeah, he is actually long-range mining these fields. And look at that. He is going to move forward now. And, is it just me, or is all the sound on the game gone? I hope that is still recording on your end. Yeah, these units aren't making any sound anymore. Oh, that's interesting. Well, I'm not sure if it's going to be caught in the video or not, but the game sounds appear to have been disabled. Probably Master Leaf just modding things that he shouldn't be modding again. But here we go. We're going to have a big fight here. He's going to have to pull out. A shockwave comes down. I think this shockwave is down in the south side. I mean, Shoktrepet could have destroyed that quite a long time ago. But again, he's getting hit again and again by these. And oh, the Marv is coming in. The Marv is coming in. The drone's going to go down. And once the drone goes down, that's the end of the game. That's pretty much it. I mean, there's some shard. That shard launcher falls. I mean, Shoktrepet is split. He's going to be able to push these guys back in their retreat. But the Hammerheads, I can only imagine, are sitting just over the hill there. And they're going to come in and finish and clean up here. No, the Hammerheads are actually over here, and there's nothing much to stop them. There's a couple of gun walkers, nowhere near enough. There is a shard walker there, not a shard launcher. The Prodigy is there, which is very vulnerable. And look at that. He actually kills the Marv, but these gun walkers are just simply no match for the Hammerheads. He might be wandering in range of that shard launcher, which he is. I think he just sniped the Prodigy. No, the Prodigy's alive. But we have some serious ranks, I think, on those Hammerheads, or at least in the units inside the Hammerheads. And he's going to destroy the Husks. That's going to be the end of the Husks. And these rocket squads now are going to clean that up. He can't rebuild those shard launchers, by the way. He's going to come in area mine control. He might be thinking of just bum rushing out that guy there. Oh my god, the Prodigy is right. There's been a few times he will pull back. Does lose a little bit there. There's a fully grown Mechapede, but it's got discs on it, and he's just going to focus the head, and I think he might just get that straight away. Look at that. Shoktrepet just having such a hard time dealing with this now. He doesn't quite have enough anti-air to really deal with this. Not enough shard launchers there. There is one shard launch. They're doing some serious work in the back. The disc mechas are very powerful versus air as well. They are very potent. They have pretty good range on them once they start firing. Area mine control comes down. I think he's going to go in and he's going to snipe down. Actually snipes down the shard launcher. There's one more shard launcher back here. Plasma missile battery, and the Prodigy is sort of just sitting there. I think he's going to realize it in a moment that it is there. I don't think he can see that it's there. Maybe he's focusing on these units too much, and he is going to come in. He's going to take out the warp sphere. I think that's his only warp sphere. A lot of Hammerheads going down. A lot of Hammerheads still going down. Oh my god, gets a rank on that Mechapede. Yeah, that's the thing. Once Mechapedes start opening up on them, it's pretty intense. And actually 30 seconds, and he's got the rift generator again. I think he might have held out. He's got these two Mechapedes. Does he have any production? Oh my god, he has no production. He cannot produce any building. He can't produce anything. I think this is risky. I think he should wait for. We should have waited for the rift generator to cool down. Oh my god, he's going to come in. He's going to be able to destroy. Oh, he kills the Prodigy. Oh man, if he just waited. Oh my god, a lot of Hammerheads are destroyed then. A lot of Hammerheads are destroyed. That Mechapede is still going. A lot of his segments are destroyed. Rift generator comes down and whoa, he gets the rest of them. But that was really silly, by the way. That was actually walking into his own rift generator there. He's still walking into his own rift generator. Shoktrepet, I don't know why he moved out. He needed to wait 15 seconds. And he would have lost nothing in his army. He would have had all of his tripods. And he would have had all of his gun walkers. And that's the end of the game. I mean, it's clear that Shoktrepet lost that game because he can't produce anything anymore. Those were his last units and he can't kill the Hammerheads that were left. But oh my god, you just got to sit there and just think that Shoktrepet, the door was open and he kept leaning forward and closing the door on himself, and I'm just like, and he did it again and again and again. And yeah, if Bike Rush was watching this game, he would have lost his mind. But yeah, you got to question what Shoktrepet was doing a lot, especially since he repeated some of those mistakes over and over and over again. But I mean, yeah, and at the end there, at the end of everything, he could have still won the game in the last 20 seconds, but he decided to move out 15 seconds short of his rift generator. If the rift generator is on cooldown, or if rift generator is ready, he just moves out then, he clicks the Hammerheads, he wins the game, he wouldn't have lost the Mechapedes or anything like that, and then he would have just won. He would have just won the game. But yeah, that was actually a long game. It didn't feel like it was as long as it was. 32 minutes, 44 seconds. But hey, at the end of the day, Futurama is going to come away with the victory. Bad luck to Shoktrepet there, but you gotta feel that maybe he just let that one go himself. So resources pretty much on point, almost the same. Shoktrepet got slightly more at the end of it, despite losing his top bases. But there you go. Here's Scrin, obviously long-range mining, cooling in the Icor Seed and things like that. But kill-death ratio, dead even, actually in favor of Shoktrepet. He must, if it goes to one more decimal point, he might be slightly ahead. But yeah, gonna call that one there, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this game. My name's Green Zero. I'll catch you all in the next video.